Starmer, for some reason, has decided he wants to be a bit Churchillian. He's going off to France for the first time for any British Prime Minister since Churchill to go and sort of commemorate Armistice Day in France. What's he up to?
Oh, well, I think, if I'm being fair, I think it's important that we stand with our allies from across the world, not just the United States, which we often talk about, but France as well. And it's perfectly reasonable for him to go off to mark this Armistice Day in France, as you say, the first since Winston Churchill. We just hope that he backs our military when he gets back home with more defence spending and the commitments he made before the election.
But I mean, it's the first time a Prime Minister has done this in over 60 years. Why is it suddenly so important for him to do it?
You'll have to ask him, Mike. I don't know. I mean, I think it's important that, as I say, we stand with our allies, important that we have a good relationship with France and that we mark Armistice Day.
Yeah, but we have got a very solemn day. But we've got all those things, Gareth, but no Prime Minister before, since Winston Churchill, has thought it necessary to go there. I just wonder why he suddenly thinks it's a good idea. That's all.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'd have to ask him, Mike, I'm afraid.
You know, John Major didn't think it was necessary. Should we go back through the list? John Major, Margaret Thatcher, Harold Wilson, Jim Callaghan, Edward Heath, Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, Boris Johnson. Nobody thought they needed to do it. I just find it a bit odd, really.
Well, we know Keir Starmer's very close to Europe and he wants us to get closer, and so maybe that's one reason. But I think it is important that we mark Armistice Day wherever the Prime Minister is located physically today. It is important that we all mark 11 a.m. With great respect.
Mike Graham attacks Keir Starmer in the most pathetic way possible. Hey everyone, so it looks like Keir Starmer's attendance at the Armistice commemoration in Paris has stirred up some rather silly controversy. Mike Graham, the concrete farmer, I remember that one, invited the Tory Shadow Defence Secretary onto his show, pressing him on why Starmer was at the event. But to credit where it's due, the Tory didn't join in the cheap attack. So here's the deal. Starmer was invited by President Macron. It's that simple. Previous Prime Ministers likely weren't invited, so what was Starmer supposed to do? Say no to the French President? Can you imagine the uproar if he did? We'd be hearing, why does Starmer hate our veterans? And why would he snub our ally? It's one of those, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't situations. And it's not journalism, it's just bullshit. To his credit, the Tory guest didn't take the bait. He could have easily gone down the road of accusing Starmer of trying to act like Churchill or abandoning his duties at home, but he didn't. Graham and others will complain no matter what Starmer does. It's this relentless campaign to make him look bad, no matter how small or irrelevant the issue is. Starmer could attend an event and it's wrong. Don't attend, also wrong. Honestly, it's not going to change votes at the ballot box, but it is an attempt to chip away at the Labour government bit by bit, just to see what sticks. It's getting ridiculous. We all know it's getting ridiculous. And Starmer's best response, in all fairness, is just to ignore the noise. But let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. As always, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.